Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Angel Lives. Happy Monday, everyone. So you guys, today I am coming to you with a little motivation on this Monday. Everybody is going through things these days. Some people are going through heavier things than other people, but I feel like through it all, we can find some positivity. And there's some things that we can do within ourselves that can help us to not feel so discouraged, and that can help us to, feel good about ourselves and can actually help us along the way. One of the first things is that I want to say is, sometimes we want to surround ourselves with people that just maybe aren't the best people for us to surround ourselves with. And that's where I say stop focusing on people and things that don't better your life. And I know that sounds a little messed up, might even sound a little cliche, but in all honesty, if you surround yourself with negative people that all they search for negativity, they never search for anything positive. They find the negative in everything that happens. Those aren't necessarily the people that you want to be around. And it doesn't even matter if it's a family member, a close friend, even your own spouse. You might need to sit down and have a talk with them and say, look, I'm tired of the negativity, because we have enough negative things to deal with. So you really don't want to focus on people and things that don't improve your life or make life better for you on a day-to-day basis. And it goes the other way. If you're that person that always searches for negative in everything, you might want to change that and try to find the positive and do things that can make things better for you. And as opposed to just focusing on everything, all your problems, focus on the good that you do have. Because trust me, there's a silver lining somewhere. The other thing is, in everyday life, we work, we go to school, maybe we go to church, we have a congregation, whatever. But you find that there's people that form cliques. And I've talked about this before on my channel, but there's people that form cliques. There's people that they move in a way where there's only certain people that they want to deal with, and they treat other people that aren't part of their little clique, they treat people not so well. Well, I'm here to say, be your own clique. Stop worrying about people being clicked up and people talking about you behind your back or being mean to you. Look at the people that are doing this. Seriously, take a look at the people that do this kind of stuff. They're not worth your time. You don't even need to waste your time. Don't worry about them. They're childish and you need to move on. You just need to move on from it. Don't let it be something that defines you and makes you sad on a daily basis, makes you feel bad. Move on. Move on. Focus on you. Do you. Like I said, be your own clique. Don't even worry about it. It's nothing wrong with being different, and everybody is not going to like you. Everybody's not going to accept you. Some people are going to look at you and not like you for whatever reason. It's their problem, not yours. And I've said this before, but seriously, stop worrying about these childish cliques, whether it be at your job, at your school, your church, social media. Don't worry about it. Just move on from it, because it's negative and it's not going to help you. The third thing I want to touch on is stop allowing people to make you feel inferior, to make you feel like your life isn't as good as their life or isn't as important as their life. Because here's the thing, and this is kind of directed at social media, because for the simple fact, we all know that some people create this fantasy, this life on social media that is so fake. It's not real. They will paint a picture like they're the Huxtables when they really like Ike and Tina. But what they showing you on social media is, it's a facade. It's not even real. And maybe you're a person that is married and maybe your marriage ain't going so well. You could have some problems, which most marriages do. But don't allow people painting this fake picture to make you feel like you're less of a woman or you're less of a man because maybe your marriage isn't perfect, because I didn't know there were perfect people on the face of this earth, but social media would have you think different. But stop allowing people to make you feel that you're inferior. And it's not just about married couples. Stop looking at someone else's life that they post on the gram or Facebook or whatever. Stop allowing that to make you feel like your life isn't going well, because they've painted this picture to make it seem like their life is so great, when really and truly they're probably struggling just as hard or even harder than you are. The other thing I wanted to touch on is, if a person shows you who they are, and we've all heard this before, but I feel like I need to say it again. If a person shows you who they are, believe them. Because here's the thing, they're not going to change. They have no intention of being real, because some people, I feel they honestly don't know how to be real. And I'm not judging anyone, but there's just people that just don't really, everything is fake. They have to put on a show with everything that they do in life. They have to put on a show. And I feel like you really have to be a strong person, and you have to be that person that says, I don't care what they're doing, I'm doing me. And if they show you who they are, you just need to believe them, and you need to remove them from your life. And the thing is that there's people that will use you as a stepping stone. Yes, I have notes because I didn't want to miss any of my little points that I wanted to make. But there's people that will use other people as a stepping stone. And I've said this before. They will use you until they get where they need to be. And then they're done. They kind of push you aside. They don't have time for you. And I'm not talking about only on social media. I'm talking about there's people that will use you up in your life. And then they're done. Once they get what they needed, they're done with you. Stop allowing that to be you. Stop allowing people to do that to you, because that in itself brings you down, and you don't need anything in your life bringing you down. The fifth thing is about burning bridges. We all know people who feel like they don't need people, and they can do some mean things. They say mean things. They just can completely act the whole fool. And that is one of those things where let people burn bridges and stop rebuilding those bridges for them to come back. And with that being said, I'm not saying don't forgive. We have to forgive. We have to forgive because God forgave us in a huge way. And I'm not even going to get into all that. But we have to forgive. But at the same time, you don't have to forget. And if somebody has done something so insane to you and burned a bridge which made you stop dealing with them, it was for a reason. They showed you who they were. They don't deserve to be in your life. And it doesn't mean that you don't love them, but you love them over there. Love them from afar. You stay over, I'm going to be over here, you stay over there. Stop letting people back into your life that showed you that they didn't have good intentions towards you. Because there are some people that just don't have good intentions. They come into your life just to use you, just to try to hurt you, whatever. Those are the people, when they burn that bridge, don't build it back. Love them from afar. The sixth thing that I wanted to say, and I'm counting them, y'all, because I don't want to make the video too long. Continue being genuine. Don't let how people have treated you change your personality. I speak from experience when I say this, because I have had people do some really hurtful things to me. And I allowed those things to make me bitter for a very long time. I really don't want to see anyone else do that. Not that I can stop anybody from feeling what they feel or doing what they want to do. But as someone that just wants to motivate you and to help you, stop letting people make you bitter. Stop letting people and experiences change who you are. Continue being that genuine, loving person that you are. Don't let anybody change your personality for the worse. Don't do that. Another thing that I know is easier said than done, but don't worry about what people think of you or what people feel about you. Stop worrying about people having negative feelings about you or feeling some type of way about you. Worry about what God thinks of you. Worry about what you show our Creator. Don't worry about people on this earth that can't save you. People can't save you. So instead of spending your days worrying about, well, what is this person mad at me? Is that person mad at me? Did I do something? I hope I didn't do anything to offend that person. Don't worry about that. Because there's going to be people that are just annoyed with everything that everybody does, and you will drive yourself insane worrying about what each and every person thinks of you. So I know it's easier said than done, but really, stop worrying about what people think. Another thing that I wanted to touch on, this is number 8. Sometimes we have a tendency to swim through oceans for people that won't even jump over a puddle for us. And it's the truth. I know this is probably a meme that has been going around for years, but y'all, it really is true. Sometimes we go so hard for people that just don't care. They don't care. They don't care about how other people feel. They just don't. So within yourself, you just have to tell yourself, I'm going to stop just always putting myself out there, making myself available for people that don't do the same for me. Because at some point you have to worry about yourself. You really do. And it's not selfish to care about yourself. You have to care about yourself first. You can't pour from an empty cup. If your cup is empty, you can't help anybody else. So you really do at some point just have to say, you know what? I've done all I can. And that's it. And it's nothing wrong with that. You're not giving up. You're not weak. None of that. You just have to say, I'm done. I'm done. I hope it all works out for them, but I'm moving on. Okay? Number 9. Always choose to do what's right. Now, this is one that my mother used to tell me, you should never get tired of doing what's right. Sometimes you can look at certain people in certain situations that maybe they were in and they did something to, from what you can see outside looking in, they did something that might not have been right, but their situation is better. I can tell you right now, it's probably not. And if they did something wrong, they're going to deal with that. Their conscience is eating them alive. So just never get tired of doing what's right. Even though it might take you longer to accomplish something, just never get tired of doing what's right. And the last and final thing that I wanted to say, because I know this video is a little bit long, respect people and their choices. Now, I've talked about this before, but here's the thing. We live in a world where everyone thinks they can tell everyone what they should and shouldn't do, and it never works out, especially when it's adults. You have to respect how people feel about something. If a person tells you, I'm not a person that, I don't go to parties, or I don't go to clubs, or I don't gamble. Don't be that person that says, oh, you should. You should go to parties. You should gamble. You should drink heavily. You have to respect when a person tells you how they feel about something, and it doesn't affect how you live. Because maybe you choose to do those things, but maybe they've made a personal choice that they don't want to do it. So don't be that person that says, well, you should, and this is why, don't do that. Don't do that to people, because you don't know how hard a person has worked to change certain things within their life. You don't know. You don't know how hard they've worked, and you don't know what they've been through. And For me, I've always been one of those people that have had people kind of come at me and try to tell me what I should do. I don't know if I look stupid or they just felt like they should try to change the way I think. You can't change people. People have to change if they feel there's a need to change. But trying to force someone to think how you think and do things as you do, it's never going to turn out well. It never is. So I say just respect when people tell you something and move on from it. And if it's something that you feel is so horrible that you just can't deal with it, then you might want to rethink that relationship or that friendship or whatever it is. But you just can't force people to do what they've already said they don't want to do. So you guys, I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you watched it all the way to the end. If not, that's okay. But please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, drop me a comment and let me know, give me some gems, give me some positive things that you feel can motivate and help, because I'm always looking for something positive and something motivating. But just know, just one last thing, you're enough. You're enough. Never let anybody tell you that you're not. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.